What's going on, everyone? Today we are going to be building the bebamini for the Twitch streamer bebahan. She's actually really cool, so I figured this would be kind of like a fun little thing to do. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, as you see here, this is a sad, puny, pathetic engine that was in that car out there. Alright, that was sitting right there. Okay, so you know what, let's go ahead and just get this thing torn down, shall we? Let's go. Alright, now here's where we add all of the high performance stuff to turn this from a sad, pathetic excuse of a car to a monster. Alright, now after that fun little montage there of the engine being completely torn apart and assembled with all new high performance goodies, all the red bits in place, all the shiny bits are in place, we're going to swap out the ECU for one that's going to complement the engine. And I'll be able to take this one actually and adjust it later to get even more horsepower, but I'm not going to reveal my secrets to you yet. Maybe another video, maybe not. Now, we're going to get the car back up in the air, we're going to get the new transmission put in, the shafts put in, the new brakes put on. Now, I was thinking, I was like, I want this car to be able to start pretty quick, so I went with a set of carbon ceramic disc brakes that have also been, magically worked on as well. Alright, so this is going to have a little bit better brake power, along with a lot more horsepower that's going to come out of the car, most likely. So, we're going to get those put on, and we're going to do one side at a time. I'm not going to do, the two fronts and the two rears, or all four at once. We're just going to do it that way. New transmission is going to go in. That's a little bit beefier one. That's going to be also adjustable if I want to make the car, go a certain speed, or set up for drags. The front shaft assembly is going to go in. Alright. Now we're going to also do the driver's side brake over here. And I have an intercooler that I was using for another build. I didn't put it on because, honestly, I got frustrated and lost the build because, dark. So I have that intercooler saved, and we're going to put that on after we get this brake put on here. I am so sorry, guys. Alright, calipers on, boom, there we go. Now, get the intercooler put in. That's going to work very well for the turbo and the radiator, because that's going to give the turbo some cool air going into it as well to cool it off a little bit. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pull off these rear tires, because the tires that's on here now won't work for what we're going to do. Alright, this thing is going to be a high performance machine, so we're going to go with some high performance tires that's going to complement the car. Now, I also went with carbon ceramics in the rear as well, the same ones I put on the front, because I got a set of them and just did it that way. And I'm also going to upgrade the fuel pump to a high performance one that's going to give a little bit more fuel to the engine. Otherwise, it's going to starve out and die. Now, I'm also thinking here, I have an exhaust system that was going to use on another build that I think would fit here. So we're going to put that on after we get this other brake done and get these other tires off and thrown somewhere in the shop. I have no idea where, but thrown somewhere. Alright, caliper off, pads off, disc off, and thanks for playing. New one's on, and here we go. Calipers put back on, and the brake system is all done. Alright, Honestly, I would love to straight pipe this because I think that thing would be absolutely ridiculous straight piped. But with this being kind of like, a tribute card to someone and kind of like, a little nod to them, I didn't want to do that because I didn't think they'd appreciate it. Really being loud as shit. So we're going to go with a new, larger diameter exhaust pipe and new mufflers in the car. That's going to be a little bit louder, but not like too ridiculously loud. Alright. Exhaust is in. It looks great. As you know, cool custom plate there. We're going to put the oil back in the car, and I went with the full synthetic because that's really all I had at the moment, so sorry. Alright. And we're also going to mount our starter after we get the oil put in, and then we're going to go and do the wheels and tires. And I really think you guys will like these. A little drink of water there. Get our starter put in. I was looking at something for another build. Alright, starter's in. And we're good to go. We're going to go do our wheels and tires here in just a second. Alright, I'm in the booth, and I think these wheels are going to look really good. I couldn't decide on a color, so I went with, the chrome rim itself. Alright, because I think that would be the best because it's going to really break up your eye as you're looking over the car. You're going to notice the wheels as well, and it's going to give a little bit extra shine to the car. And I went with an 18-inch set because, it's not going to be like too much wheel or too much tire or anything. It's not going to be like too little or anything. I think an 18-inch wheel is going to be like perfect size for this car. The tires are a 255/35 tire, if I remember correctly. So that's going to be, honestly, I think that's going to look really, really good. And also give a good amount of grip as well, instead of the standard like 225 was on the car. So we're going to come over here, we're going to mount them and balance them. And yes, these tires mean business. Alright, and not going to lie, I really like how that turned out with the chrome rim and the black spokes. I'm going to go and get all four mounted here, and then we're going to get them balanced and put on the car as a test fit to see how they're going to look. Because if they don't look right, then I'm not going to use them. Alright, take a little drink here. Because I think, honestly, with the black, the chrome, and the red, it's going to look really, really sharp. So, we're just going to have to wait and see after we get everything mounted and balanced here. Alright, we're going to mount and balance each wheel now, individually. But see the tread pattern though, guys. These tires are no joke. Alright, wheel number 2 mounted and balanced. Right. Number 3. And number 4. Alright. Now we're going to go ahead and get it put on. Hit the wrong button there, sorry. But I'm really hoping that these look alright because I was actually really nervous about this. So anyway, as you see, decent sized tire, not like anything too like bonkers, but it's going to give the car a little bit wider footprint than what it had on each corner. And on top of that, with them being the high performance tires, honestly guys, that looked really good. The set looks really, really good. I like this. Alright, now we're going to get all 4 mounted up here, and guys, this looks really, really nice. I like how this turned out. Alright, that candy apple red, the chrome rims, the black spokes on the rims as well. I think that turned out really, really good. Alright, just taking one look at the car here, just wanting to make sure everything looks alright, if I missed anything or not. So far, I'm really liking how it's turning out, but the interior is a little dated. So, let's fix that, shall we? And I think I found a set of seats that are going to fit this just fine. Now we're going to swap those out. with ones from a Range Rover Sport SVR. It's going to have that high performance bucket seat with the red trim to kind of accent as well. And honestly, guys, that looks really good with that racing style seat in there. So you know what? We're going to do the inaugural start to see how it's going to sound. We got life, guys. We got life. Just listen to this thing purr. Alright. I'm really, really happy right now because that means we're almost done with this build. I'm really, really stoked about this, guys. Alright. So now, we're going to dyno it and see where we're at. Alright. Let's go. Alright, there you see the factory power, the OEM power. And we're going to pull the trigger and see where we're sitting at. I mean, climbing good. Lord, we are off the chart. God, that's a lot of power. 590. Alright, one sec. Okay. As you just saw there, can't quite reveal the things that just happened, because, did a little tweaking to the ECU. So, we're gonna go see where we're at now. Alright, here we go. Alright. And climbing. We are climbing hard. Look at that power curve. Guys, Jesus. Alright. 657 horsepower, guys. Good Lord, that's a lot of power. Now, one more thing, keep the interior cool on your 657 horsepower Mini Cooper. Or do one more thing. Alright, tint the windows. You can't see in, driver can see out, interior stays cooler. So, you know what? Bam, there you go. Win-win for everybody. And there you guys have it, the bebamini. Honestly, guys, this thing turned out beautiful. I really like that red and the black and the chrome. Anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this because I had a lot of fun making this video. I love doing these types of videos, so I honestly want to do more. And bebahan, if you see this, I just want to do this as a way of saying, thank you for being you and being who you are. Every time I've come in your streams, you've always been, super pleasant to, just being just watch. And you've always been super pleasant, super fun. Your community's always been very welcoming, very, kind. All your mods are always super chill with everything. Everyone's always having a good time, and you've always been, just really pleasant. You've got such a big heart, and you're an amazing person. And I want to do this as kind of like a little tribute to you because of you playing Car Mechanic Sim. So, figured, why not have a little fun, alright? So anyway, guys, y'all take care. Y'all stay safe out there. I will see you guys on Twitch when I do more of these live. Alright? Anyway, guys, I will see you in the next video. Y'all have a wonderful day. God bless you. And y'all have a good one. See you next time.
Like and click those 2 links. And subscribe.